Hello and welcome to my review of the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest subscription issue 15. Issue 15 comes with this Biologist Putrefier. I think this model's £15 separately. Obviously, if you buy them separately, it's going to be in the grey plastic, not the green plastic. We're going to have a look at this model in detail and go through all of the 8th edition rules as per the Death Guard Codex in a moment, but let's have a look at the magazine first of all. So it costs £7.99, so yeah, clearly that's going to save you £7. There is a lovely focus on the Biologist Putrefier that extends a couple of pages. For some reason it then talks about the Horus Heresy for a couple of pages, then the Assault on Ajax, a couple of pages, and then how to build the Putrefier. As you can see there, it's exploded a little bit. Super easy to build, just the chest plate and the back of the body, then the leg and the arm, the head, shoulder pauldron and the other arm, and then the, I say wings of vials and pots and things. How to paint it, you're getting quite a few paints now. You're gonna have one looking similar to that. I think you can colour in the vials and things later on, paint in, whatever. Biological warfare, so you've got the Putrefier and the Blightspawn together against some aggressors, some intercessors, and the Librarian. There's the Biologist Putrefier, some more another focus on him, and also you get the Biologist Putrefier and Foul Blightspawn data sheets. Finally we get the data sheets for both of those. A little look at some weapons for some reason, because you've got a look at the different weapon profiles, and then vectors of disease, another little mission, and then the fight rages on. A little advert for Conquest, and then a look at the next issues. Issue 16, and unfortunately issue 17 is just the armoured Munitorum container. But anyway, that's the magazine, pretty decent. I like the fact that it focuses on the Putrefier. So I'll just take a little look at the model. As I said earlier, fine to go together, not too many issues. You may get some mould lines in places. The amount of detail is quite staggering. You've got lots of vials and heads, and maybe a death head grenade, unholy grenade. You've got this lovely plague sword dripping with whatever, and then he's holding a vial as he goes along, and he's got this kind of injector pistol type thing. And I like the mask with the three kind of lenses on there. So what I'll do now is just show you some size comparisons. So compared to a couple of other Death Guard models, so there's a Potswalker and there's a Death Guard Marine. He's on this Terminator basis, 40mm base. I think it's not overly big for him. I think it's fine to have him on this base. He is similar size to a normal Death Guard Marine though, Plague Marine, and also a Potswalker. He's obviously, yeah, a fair bit bigger and bulkier, if you can see that. Compared to some Imperial models, so a normal Space Marine, he is taller and of course a fair bit bulkier, if you can see that. And then finally, compared to an Intercessor is a little bit taller, sort of height-wise, only a smidgen, but the model itself is taller with those big vile wings. Okay, this is my part of the review where I will go through all of his rules using the 8th edition Death Guard Codex. You'll find him in the Elite section, and he's a power points cost of a 4 and a match play points cost of 74. The injector pistol is free, the plague knife is free, and the hyper blight grenades and crack grenades are also all free. So that's great that he's a 74 points cost model, you know, on the nose. His stat line is the same as all of the other sort of elite characters, such as the Foul Blightspawn. His movement is 5 inches, his weapon skills 3+, ballistic skill 3+, strength 4, toughness 5, 4 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 8, and a save of 3+. A Biologist Putrefier is a single model armed with an injector pistol, plague knife, hyper blight grenades, and crack grenades. So what does this injector pistol do? Well, it's a range of 3 inches, so very small. You need to be extremely close range with this weapon. It's a pistol 1, strength 4, AP -1, and damage D6. Nice that it's damage D6. It is a plague weapon, so that means you roll a wound of a 1 and you can re-roll. The weapon's damage changes to 1 when attacking vehicles. Okay, so it just drops down to 1. So not very good against, vehicles. Plague Knife is a strength of the user, which is 4, AP 0, damage 1, but again, it's another plague weapon. He's got this Hyper Blight Grenade, which is a range 6 inches, grenade D6, strength 4, AP 0 and a damage of 2. It's a plague weapon, and each wound roll of a 6+ inflicts a mortal wound on the target. That's pretty awesome. Crack Grenade is just a normal range of 6 inches, grenade 1, strength 6, AP -1 and a damage of D3. So his abilities, he's got Death to the False Emperor and Disgustingly Resilient, like most of them have. Pestilential Explosion, this is one of the reasons why you get him. If this model is reduced to 0 wounds, roll a dice before removing it from the battlefield. On a 4+, its racks of blight grenades explode, and each unit within 7 inches suffers 1 mortal wound unless it has the Nurgle keyword. That's horrific. 7 inches is pretty good. So it's a 50-50 chance of getting all those mortal wounds. Blight racks increase the strength and damage characteristics of all blight grenades carried by friendly Death Guard units by 1 whilst they are within 3 inches of any biologist putrefiers. In addition, whilst a unit is within 3 inches of this model, each wound roll of 6+ made when attacking with a blight grenade inflicts a mortal wound on the target in addition to any other damage. So that's great. So the strength and the damage of all blight grenades, that's pretty decent buff. His keywords: Chaos, Nurgle, Heretic, Astartes, Death Guard character, Infantry and Biologist Putrefier. So he's a decent little model. He's got his Plague Knife, which is only strength 4. You're not going to be going it, so it's not worth him, charging into combat. However, his Injector Pistol can do a bit of damage, but the real reason you want to get him is his Blight Rack, so increasing the strength and damage for the grenades, and also the chance that he'll explode and cause all those mortal wounds. So that's the main reason why you're getting, for him to explode, which is pretty funny. Anyway, what do you guys think of issue 15 and the Biologist Putrefier? Please do put it in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Papa bless.